Hello. I just took a shower and I'm down here in the bathroom. And I'm going to make this short, which you'll see because the length of this won't be that long. My hair is still a little wet. So, you remember the first day when I told you, hey, I have to go because I only have 4 hours of sleep because I'm driving the next day? I drove the next day and I was exhausted when I got back. So I drove over 600 miles in 2 days. Okay. And I'd been up probably by that time at least 20 some hours, 20 plus hours the first day, and the second day right at 18 hours, probably more like 20 hours. So I was exhausted. Okay. And see, this is the thing. This is this cognitive dissonance between you and I. I try to explain things to you and you think I'm preaching at you. You think I'm telling you something or something, and I'm not. When I woke up, you told me, hey, I only have 5 minutes or something to that effect. You're right. I was still asleep. My body was moving. I was getting coffee. But it kind of just went over me because I had not woken up because I was dead asleep because I was exhausted. Okay? And me telling you that makes it sound like I'm making an excuse. Okay? And I don't know how to get past that because I'm not making an excuse. Okay? I get really excited to talk to you. I get real happy. And I messed up completely because I should have just said, hey, okay, let me listen to you. And that's my mistake. Because to be frank, I should have probably never even picked up the telephone. I should have just been asleep. Okay? If I'm not able to operate and listen to you accurately or clearly, then all that's going to do is trigger things in you and start fights with you and I, which is not exactly what I want to do with you at all. And I thought to myself, when you said, oh, you had such a reaction to me, and I thought to myself when I was taking a shower, if the situation were different, what would I, or could I say, if anything, to change any thinking that you have about me? And I honestly don't know. I don't think there is anything I can say because it always seems to come out wrong. Timing really seems to suck quite a lot. I erupt. We still affect each other greatly. I will point out to you that this form of communication has been better than any other thing. And if you take a moment, that had been my reasoning of the idea of spending a little bit of time with you directly, because you would see that I'm not your father, not your brother, not the monster. I'm not a bad person. And that I'm actually on your side. I have no issues with wanting to fight with you. I fully recognize the things that I've done wrong, but I don't have the ability to be around you It's like, I feel like you say, hey man, you're not listening to me because I hurt. And I just came back from driving 600 miles for 2 days and you don't care. And I know you don't care. And I'm like, do I do anything? Well, obviously I don't. And that's kind of the point. We literally live in two separate realities. And we're communicating like to each other through two little bubbles, just barely touching to talk to each other. And that's why I was trying to explain and say, hey, if we were around each other and we had shared experiences, actually sharing an experience, and instead of reporting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth endlessly, all of that goes away. And so that's what I'm trying to ask you and talk to you. What actually do you think would happen if I were around for an extended period of time? Because in my mind, I would be around, I would be myself. You and I could talk, we would have mutual interactions, mutual experiences, and we would learn about each other. And you and I would be able to probably lay to rest everything that I'm responsible for. That's what my vision and my thoughts had been in relation to you. Now I'm asking you, what is it that you think on your side would be happening? I mean, am I going to be running around, sleeping with this person, that person, lying to your face? No, I don't know. I don't know. Okay? And I'm sure my yelling at you triggered a lot of all the ugliness. I'm not my father. That second photo that I showed you, that's a result of me helping my mom and driving my mom every week for the last 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. That's from me, the smile, you see. My father is responsible for the first photo, and also that would be also the feelings I had inside of me too. And when you cued in on that, at how you feel about me, and then you made the equation that you did, I was horrified. Because I'm like, okay, well, if you really think that's who I am, or that's the revulsion that you have, the disgust that you have towards me, you're disgusted at me. You resent me. You hate me. Just say it. It's easier. Okay? I forgave my father, and I'm holding my line with him and my mother because I consider them the same person, because the darkness goes back and forth between them, and I am done with them, and I'm not getting pulled back into their stuff. And that's what I try to explain to you. That's why I sent that video, and sent the photos, because really, you have no idea what I've been through in my life at all. Okay? And I'm not making this a contest. I'm not making this a victim. It's just a fact. The truth. You have not lived with me. You do not know me at all. You have an idea. And unfortunately, you've seen me at my worst. And you think that's all that exists with me, my worst. And it doesn't, not at all. My worst isn't that, Meaning I'm a lot more than just being upset. And that's why I felt like I failed when I talked to you. You know, before, I'd fail when I was exhausted. I'd fail when I was hungry. You know, I wouldn't be able to get past that inside of me. And you know, this is the thing. Ever since I've known you, you've been afraid of me. What is there to be afraid of me about? You know, am I going to continue to lie to you? No. Am I going to cheat on you? No. What am I going to do? I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not physically going to hurt you. I'm not mentally going to hurt you. I'm basically, all we're doing is relitigating the past. And I'm trying to get through this with the least amount of pain and listen to you. And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's almost impossible. Almost. All of this stuff would be fixed, finished. You would lay it to rest. You wouldn't have bad feelings. You wouldn't be agitated. Because what's happening is you are leaving me in the unknown space. I am the darkness. I am the bad person. And I'm not your monster, okay? And I understand why. Please, I do understand why you think that I am. I've been around this stuff. I've seen it. It's very ugly. It's very bad. Never in my life would be doing that with you. Ever. I do make mistakes. They happen. They're rare. But, you know, just like you make mistakes. You get angry. It happens. Okay? But I honestly don't think, you know, it's just like, this is just a continuation of a non-relationship. This is all this is. Me being frustrated because I'm stuck in a glass box. You're a couple thousand miles away, soon to be over 10,000 miles away. And this is the thing, you're going to be the same frayed person wherever you're at. And what's worse is you're going to go do stuff bad and you're going to make me pay for it. That's why I said I'm not your dad. I am not your ipso facto father removed. Okay? I'm not your removed brother either. I'm not any bad man. And I can't say it without just saying it. I did bad things to you. And I see that. And I know that. I did bad things to myself. I was a bad person. And I'd been around bad people. And it led me astray. And I have no way of showing you. And so that's why I know that I'm not seeing you. That's why I know I'm not going to see you. Okay? And it hurt me a lot. Because I always had that idea of just being with you, being in love with you, being around you, having a happy life, having a happy house. You know, I didn't think that was a bad thing. I didn't think having a happy life and a happy home and being with a person that I love was a bad thing. Okay? But I listened to you. You know? And it's fine. I'm going to go do it the hard way. It's fine. The hard way, I'm just going to go work for 5 years. Get older. Get more gray hair. Get established somewhere. Work for 20 years and then die. That's my life. And no, I'm not being the victim, but honestly, that is, frankly, the trajectory in some form or some sort. You get to go and enter the convent or whatever it is that you're wanting to do, you know? What you don't realize is this has been around before I was around. And I know you don't believe me, and that's fine. You know everything, and you know, that's fine. Talking to somebody who knows everything and who's very close-minded is very difficult. And I'm sure you feel that with me. I'm sure you hate me right now. I don't hate you. I'm not disappointed. I understand. Be honest, I feel that it's a whole set of stupid circumstances. Very stupid circumstances. And we're just perpetuating the stupidity. Me being here, you being there, nobody ever being with each other. This way you can always make up things and, you know, because I was just like, you know, I haven't been doing any bad stuff or anything whatsoever for like months. And I mean months. Perhaps years. And I put a lot of hope in talking to you, which I should not have done. I should not have put any hope in talking to you. And so I'm going to proceed that way. I'm not going to put any hope in seeing you. And I'm not being the victim. I just realize, because if you feel about me the way that person is, and that's what you think I am or something, there's no way you're ever going to see me. And I am not your monster. I'm not going to be around so somebody else can be your monster for you. And then you can figure out, oh, you know, if 5 guys are your monster, maybe it's not the 5 guys. Maybe there's something going on inside of you. And what is that? Because we never talk about you. I know what it is. I really know what it is. But I'm not going to fight with you about it. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Just like you are. I wanted to be with you. I really did. But I am listening to you. And you do not want me. And I see that. And I am not chasing you. Not at all. I'm done. Okay? I love you. I love you very much. I think you're making mistakes. A lot of them. And just like you think I'm making mistakes. I see the same mistakes. The difference is that I acknowledge that I'm making mistakes. You do not acknowledge that you're making any mistakes at all whatsoever. And that is a mistake. Okay? Even my attitude right now, you know, I haven't eaten all day. And I'm tired. And I'm gonna go eat. And I'm gonna be alone. And I'm not being the victim. I'm just settling in on what my reality is. And I wanted to be with you because I loved you. And I do love you. But honestly, I'm almost kind of like where you're at. Loved, if you notice, I keep using past tense because I'll be frank. I honestly don't know who you are today. Because after all of this stuff, the last 4 years, no. Your credibility with, you know, full integrity and all of that, no. I may be a lot of things, but I know what I know. Okay? And we live in complex times with a lot of stupid out there and people being led around by the nose. and people turning blind eyes when they should not. Okay? And that's why I try to talk to you. Try. And I understand you hate me. What do you want me to say? I talked you in to the sexual fantasies that I did because my soul was corrupted. And in turn, I corrupted your soul, perhaps. Or I gave you the space to live out that corruption and participate in that corruption in a very safe environment. And now you know that about yourself. Plus, there's a few other things. And I understand, I understand. But something very important, I've always wanted to be with you. I had a thing about feeling abandoned, and I felt abandoned by you for years. And it had been a source of ugliness and pain for me for years. And I understand you don't understand that. Just like I don't understand the hurt that I caused you. Not really. What do you want me to say? I really understand? I understand up to a point. Why? Because I'm not around you. I don't see your pain. I don't see anything. It's empty. It's empty. Just like you don't see me. It's empty. And no, I'm not being Ralph. I'm just talking to you. Okay? Not using bad language. I do listen to you, you see. But if you hate me that much, perhaps you should think about this idea of forgiveness. You hate me because I lied to you about sleeping with my cousin? Yeah, I said it. Okay, fair enough. I explained to you that had been something very ugly, and you saw things within your family that leads you to understand there's some weird stuff that happens in family units, okay? Obviously, I knew it was wrong, and obviously I was ashamed of it, okay? That's why I didn't tell you. And me saying all the ugly stuff that I did through the years, when you knew that you were right, I am sorry for. And I'm not talking, this is the thing. This is the weird thing. It's very strange. Because I was like, you hate me if I tell you nothing. You hate me if I tell you I'm sorry for the things that I did. I'm not getting away with anything, am I? Am I? Because I don't think I am. I don't think I am getting away with anything whatsoever. And I'm trying to say to you or explain to you, hey, I agree with you, because what I've been through and what I put you through was horrible. I wasn't sharing those photos with you to traumatize you or to turn me into some monster, but I do recognize if you feel that that was you in relation to me, okay. You see, the difference is I know exactly what my father should be doing, but he doesn't do it in relation to my mother. I try very hard to do what I should do with you, but I fail. I fail in many, many ways. But failing doesn't make me a failure. Whereas before, because of all the shame, that's what I thought I was. And that's completely different. Completely different. Anyways, I wasn't leaving this video to have a fight with you or argue with you. And I know my eyes and me and not trying to be intense or anything. Oh, I did take some Afrin spray because my nose was running. And so, that's like 10 cups of coffee at once or something. It has some sort of thing. I think it's important that you should know that. See, the good thing is that I'm trying to point out to you is you and I are trying to talk to each other. It's not happening, it's not working for various reasons, but we're trying to talk to each other. Okay? And when you leave, that'll be that. Okay? I will do the things on my side that I need to do to, well, you'll know it. I'll just be done and the monster will be gone, okay? And then you can breathe easy, your dog will be happy. But I don't know, I don't know. What is your world? I don't know. I think you live in a very, 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 very small world. And it's built on, I don't know. But it certainly isn't healthy. And if you want to use me as the blame for that, I'll take responsibility. It's all my fault. No arguments. Fine. I ask that you don't hold me responsible in absentia. Okay? Because that's kind of what it feels like to me. Because I'm not around. I'm not around to be with you. I'm not around to be happy with you. I'm not around to be in love with you. I'm not around to talk with you. I'm not around to, just let you see, hey, everything's really okay. And therefore I'm frozen in space and time as if I never did anything whatsoever. And you've never seen the things that I went through and how I reacted much better than I have ever had before. And it was real. Only problem is I was vulnerable to you. And that's the thing. I know who I am. And I know how deep my love runs for you. And you will know that if we don't talk anymore, that it isn't worth even trying to talk anymore. Because I will be so far gone internally and bitter and resentful that because that's all I see. That's all I see. All I see is somebody else having the life that I didn't have with you. Yeah, that makes me upset. And you know that. That's why you used it on me. But it's different. It is different. Okay? Oh, my back hurts. I've been driving way too much, taking way too much time. And I was very tired when you woke me up. And I'm sorry for talking so much when I talked to you at your work. I really didn't mean to upset you. Not in that way. I certainly didn't. And I hope you can hear me. And you may not. But I hope you can. Okay? I found some things that I wanted to share with you. And I'll send it in a separate email. And it's Jordan Peterson, our mutual guy that we like. And it isn't politics, okay? But it was something that I was like, this might be worth looking at and talking about. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not here to hurt you, you know. And besides, you're leaving. And I'm not seeing you. And I am sad. Okay? I am. So, thank you for listening to me. I hope my attitude wasn't all wound up, or my eyeballs wound you up or something like that. Okay? I just got out of the shower, and like I said, I took that Afrin spray because my nose was running. And I do know that it clears your nose, but it like amps you up a little bit. So there could be some of that. But I'm gonna let it go. Okay? Or should I say I'm gonna follow your request and let you go. Okay? Because that's what you want in relation to me. This way, perhaps you could see I'm not the monster. Because I don't know what else to do. In my mind, if you and I had 2 weeks and we crushed the telephone and had no news, and it was just you and me, just talking, just hanging out, just being with each other, that you and I would be able to let everything go. That's what I had thought with you. Because that's how much I love you. That is. And you said, oh, well, I've hurt you irreparably. Okay? I didn't have sex with anybody. Okay? I'm not running around having secret girlfriends. Perhaps that's why I've been so upset. Because I'm like, I'm alone. I've been alone. I'm alone. Maybe. But that's okay. Because I have gray hair now. I'm old now. And that's a polite way of saying I'm not running around trying to have sex every day. Because I don't have any more testosterone, because I'm old. Just check the literature books. That'll confirm what I'm saying. Okay? So yeah, I am bitter. I am upset. Because I spent 20 years alone. And it feels alone. Do you know why it feels alone? can't touch you. I can't kiss you. I can't hold you. And there's something inside of you that is just like, I don't know what. But you just get all sort of freaky deaky. And I really don't know what that's all about. You know? That's why I was like, I don't know what that's about. Perhaps why I'm like this and okay is because I've been doing the work inside that I needed to do. Okay? You're right with doing the Bible. But Bible doesn't talk about electricity. Okay? The education you have, the education you got, the degrees that you have came from other books besides the Bible. Okay? It's a perfect thing for many things. It truly is. But it has a kind of a general feel to it. Okay? If you read specifically about people who had the same specific issues you did, you could read and see what they did to heal themselves. Yeah. Okay. Because that's what I did. Plus everything else. Because I was at the point of, I'll try anything at this point because I have nothing to lose. Because all that's going to end up, what got me so upset, and this was one of the cognitive dissonances between you and I, is I actually thought, you would rather have me not do anything, and then what am I going to do? Go hurt somebody? Go pedophile some little child or some ugly bullshit? Something like that? No. Not at all. Go hurt somebody? Go have sex with people? Meaningless? No, I'm not doing that. And I would still be hurt and hurting inside. And that potential would have been there because I would not have done the things I needed to do to heal. And I understand you don't understand. And I also understand I don't understand what you need to do to heal. But I know you're not doing it. I do know that. And you hate me. That's cool. That's fine. Because I am being the mirror for you. We both have the ability to love each other or make ourselves the worst person for each other. And I'm not going to be the worst person for you. I see that every day with my parents. I see that all the time. And just like it's hard for me to hear the things that you tell me, I'm sure it's hard for the things for me when I say and talk to them to you. I know they are. That is the point of trying to do it in love and kindness. And I don't know, I'm probably doing this wrong because of the way my eyes are and the look in my face and all the intensity of whatever. I'm not trying to control you. I'm not trying to influence you. I just try to report to you what I see. Okay? And I'm trying to just be with you and love you. And that's not going to happen. And you're absolutely sure of this. And you've made that very clear. Okay? So, you know. And I'm going to leave it there. I said I'm not including the world. It's been hard being with me, I'm sure. I know it's been hard being with you. It's what I needed. You know, it's what I needed. It's not what I wanted, but it was what I needed. I don't know, maybe some strange way something will come out of it good for you. Okay? I don't know. But yeah, I did want to have a life with you. And I thought, well, 50, you and I could live for 20 years, 25 years maybe together, and have a really good life for 20, 25 years, because it seems like around 75, everybody just falls apart. That's why I've been doing yoga, because I didn't want to exactly fall apart. Because no, that isn't what I wanted. I wanted to be with you like 20 years back. That time's gone. And like you said, yeah, none of this gets to repeat. Nothing. I feel it. I just watched my life go by. Trust me, when you get 51, you see it. You feel it. You think it's bad now when you're 36. It's just beginning. It's just beginning. Do Pilates. Do yoga. Find something where you feel safe. Connect to yourself again. Stare at the ocean. Do something different. And no, I'm not telling you this. It's just a choice for you. Okay? But again, I know you don't want to be with me. And I told you I would be around until you didn't want to be with me. It's been difficult for me to let go of you. As I said, because it was like one of these weird things when I prayed. So, it had some gravity to it when I met you. It wasn't just like me making stuff up. That story was true. And so, I felt like, oh, well, maybe if I let go of you, I'm good, then somehow going against God's will, because somehow, God put you in my life, blah, blah, blah. And then all this, cataclysm stuff happened. And, that's what I had thought. And no, I don't think we're offending God, because I think God knows our hearts. He knows my words, he knows my mind, but also our hearts and our soul. Okay? That's why I'm talking with you openly. Because I'm not lying to myself. I'm not lying to you. And God knows that I'm not lying to him. And that's pretty important. Very important. That's why I'm okay. Because I'm telling you, no, I'm not, and I'm not being this way in an ego way either. It's just like, hey, that's why I'm not, I'm going to listen to you, okay? Thank you for listening to me. And I'm sorry for all the drama. I really am.